Here's a continuous narrative script for video number 6, Napoleon vs. Trump, Fake News 200 Years Ago. It draws parallels between the marshalling of rumors in Napoleon's time and the modern spectacle of misinformation. Feel free to let me know if you'd like adjustments to tone, length, or specific anecdotes. You've probably heard the term, fake news, tossed around lately, tweets that spark outrage, conspiracy theories that spread like wildfire, and shadowy websites churning out sensational headlines. But did you know that some of the wildest, most effective fake news campaigns in history were hatched long before the internet existed? At the height of his power, Napoleon Bonaparte mastered the art of rumor, manipulation, and disinformation, and, in doing so, gave us a blueprint for how to flood the information sphere with half-truths and outright lies. Today, we'll dive into one of his most audacious hoaxes, an elaborate whisper campaign aimed at destabilizing his enemies. And see how its echoes still reverberate in the digital age, from social media trolls to presidential tweet storms. Picture Paris in 1813. The Grande Armée has been staggering under the strains of the Russian campaign, and morale is fraying. In the cafes and salons, gossip is the currency of conversation. In this fertile terrain, Napoleon's master propagandists see an opportunity. They start leaking stories. The Tsar is secretly negotiating an alliance with Austria. The British Crown is plotting to assassinate key officers. Prussian deputies are ready to switch sides and march under the tricolor. Each rumor is carefully calibrated, just plausible enough to sow doubt, just outrageous enough to dominate discussion. One of the most notorious whispers accused Tsar Alexander I of plotting to betray the coalition against France. Leaflets purportedly from Austrian envoys surface in Dresden, alleging that Alexander's demands for territorial concessions far exceed anything Austria has offered. The British press, already desperate for a scoop, jumped on the story, splashing lurid headlines about a secret Austrian-Russian pact on the front page. Paris buzzed with outrage and intrigue, while the Allied monarchs scrambled to issue denials that rang hollow in the face of mounting public suspicion. Yet the truth was far simpler. Napoleon's agents had bribed a scribe in Vienna, forged dispatches, and nudged local printers to circulate the leaflets. Within days, the rumor had taken on a life of its own, shaping diplomatic decisions and causing rival courts to second-guess their strategies. You could call it the first great exercise in viral misinformation, an operation so slick, so persuasive, it rivaled anything we see today in the age of bots and algorithms. Fast forward to our own era. Imagine a tweet, a short, incendiary message posted at 2 a.m., retweeted thousands of times by morning, spawning memes and evidence threads in hours. A claim, unverified and unvetted, balloons into a scandal. Political operatives amplify it. Journalists feel compelled to cover it. Even when it's proven false, the damage is done, doubts seeded, reputations tarnished, debates derailed. Sound familiar? Just as Napoleon exploited the delay and expense of 19th-century communication. Dispatch riders, courier pigeons, printed pamphlets, we exploit the algorithmic blind spots of modern platforms. We weaponize outrage. We blur the line between fact and fiction. And in both cases, the goal is the same: to shape perception, to intimidate opponents, to hold public attention hostage. But Napoleon's fake news machinery wasn't just defensive, it was deeply offensive. He used it to fabricate endorsements. From phantom, pro-French committees in distant cities to bogus letters of support signed by influential intellectuals. He even commissioned painters to depict enormous rallies in his favor that never took place. In every salon from Vienna to Madrid, courtiers whispered that the whole of Europe secretly bowed before him, right up until the coalition's cannon fire shattered that illusion at Waterloo. The parallels to our day are uncanny. We see influencer accounts that suddenly emerge to defend a candidate, only to vanish once the election concludes. We see doctored videos presented as proof, and think pieces regurgitating them without scrutiny. We see operatives using shell corporations and offshore servers to hide their tracks, just as Napoleon's spymasters used secret presses and courier networks to evade prying eyes. And yet, there's a crucial difference in scale. Napoleon's hoaxes required careful planning, face-to-face coordination, and a network of loyal agents ready to risk execution if caught. Today, a single individual with a smartphone and an internet connection can launch a smear campaign that outpaces any 19th century rumor mill. The latency has vanished. The barrier to entry has collapsed. But the playbook remains eerily similar: seed doubt, distract from real issues, exaggerate divisions, and exploit the viral momentum of gossip. So what can we learn from Napoleon's gambit? First, that misinformation is not a modern aberration but a timeless extension of political warfare. Second, that sophistication matters. The most potent lies are often wrapped in a kernel of truth, making them harder to debunk. And third, that in any era, analog or digital, our best defense is critical thinking, skepticism, and a demand for sources we can verify. As you close your laptop tonight or scroll through your feed tomorrow morning, remember: every outrageous headline you share, every snippet you retweet without checking, is another grain of sand in the gears of honest discourse. Napoleon may have fallen at Waterloo, but his tactics live on, in every viral post, every shadow server leak, every fast food style fact check. In the battle for truth, delay is defeat. So take a moment, trace the origin, question the messenger, and resist the rush to judgment. Because whether it's a forged dispatch from Vienna or a doctored screenshot from some anonymous account, the real danger isn't just the lie itself, it's the way it reshapes our world, one whisper at a time.